today on the second day of the Meta Cinema Forum, the hybrid edition. I'm delighted to be doing this physically today in the cinema and looking at some of your faces rather than looking at a computer screen. To all of those who are joining us from around the world, their offices, their homes, remotely, welcome. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. I'd like to again begin today's event by thanking our partners. Our first, sorry, is my clicker working? Hi. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. You would think that the virtual ones would be a difficulty, not the physical one that I've been doing all my life. All right, well, I can do this without the background and the clicker, it's fine. I'd like to begin by thanking first and foremost our partners for the event, whose support has been, amazing. I would like to thank everyone for giving us their time, their efforts, their attention, their content, their ideas, despite the fact that everybody's facing their own challenges, and coming together to inspire and plan the road to recovery. I'm really happy and delighted to be here with so many of you today, and look forward to having the bigger audience back here in Dubai with us the next year. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. As mentioned, events like this are not possible without our sponsors, and I would like for you to continue connecting with them. I would usually encourage you to go and see them at a convention. We don't have that, but we have contacts of all of them, as I'm sure you do, so remain connected with our sponsors. Then I would like to thank our media partners who share the word about the event and about the industry. The media industry has also been hit, like many other industries, so I want to commend them for their support throughout this process. Now on the housekeeping rules, for those here with us, please enjoy the show as you normally would. If you could kindly put your phones on silence, as the ringer can disturb the speakers and obviously is audible to our guests globally. For those of you who have joined us virtually, please keep your cameras on so we can go back and forth and look at your beautiful faces. Please note that you've been muted upon entry. This is just to avoid background noise, but we would like for you to continue communicating with us and keep this forum as interactive as possible. So do post your questions on the chat box, and we will read them as time permits, and we'll take the questions and present them to our speakers and panelists. Today's agenda is, as shown on the screen, we started with a film slate from Film 1 from Nigeria, which was very interesting. There's actually a couple of movies there that I would like to see, hint hint to all of the exhibitors. Do look at the content that comes from the African market. We have the conference today, which will take place from 3:30 till right about 5 o'clock, which will include presentations, panel discussions, a Q&A session, and a promo video. The conference will be immediately followed up by the Meta Cinema Awards that will recognize 9 categories this year, expanded to include the African market, which we have brought into fold of the Mini Cinema, which is now Meta Cinema. Afterwards, we will go for a short walk for those that are in Dubai across the Sheraton Mall of the Emirates to enjoy some food together. This was meant to be a cocktail reception.